The Solar Assist Tricycle takes urban commuting in a whole new direction. It's part tricycle and part motorized vehicle. The motor runs on a lithium-ion battery that gets its juice from the solar panel on the roof, and it can also be plugged into an electrical outlet for a charge. The Solar Assist Tricycle is a vehicle for change. Propelled by both pedal power and solar energy, it's an alternative way to get around town. Making a Solar Assist Tricycle starts with the side panels for the cab. They've been thermoformed from rugged plastic. An employee cuts open doorways in the panels using a router. A fender was molded into the cutout to minimize waste. He cuts a hole in the panel to assemble that fender. Another employee then peels off the plastic film that has protected the panel during the cutting process. She attaches LED signal lights and headlights to the tricycle body. She connects the lights to the wiring harness. The molded fender completes the tricycle side panel. She hangs it on a rack to await the next stage of production and writes the order number on it in order to keep track of it. They build the frame from tempered aircraft-grade aluminum. An employee mounts crank arms and chain rings to the front and then attaches pedals. The crankset transmits human pedal power to the drivetrain. Next up is the antlers, an assembly of metal tubes that includes the suspension mechanisms and steering linkage. They install steering arms at the ends of the antlers, then mount an aluminum dashboard support to the antlers. He inserts the steer tube for the handlebars into the slot in the dashboard support. He connects the steering linkage to the antlers, using swiveling joints for precise handling. He inserts the handlebar into the steer tube. The team then secures two rugged bicycle wheels to the axle using cap bolts. They position the 1-horsepower motor and transmission between the tricycle's parallel spines and attach them with brackets and bolts. They loop a roller chain from the crank to the transmission and another one from the transmission to the rear drive wheel. They also link the motor to the rear wheel with a roller chain. They equip all three wheels with disc brakes. They install aluminum casing over part of the rear wheel and drive line. This protects these components and also provides structural support. A computerized tool now carves into corrugated polypropylene to create a box for the vehicle battery. An assembler then rivets the battery box to the front of the Solar Assist Tricycle. The team attaches metal struts to serve as supports for the vehicle body. They're now ready to assemble the body parts to the chassis. They align each panel to the frame and bolt it in 9 locations. The fenders frame the wheels to keep road spray down. They fasten side mirrors to the vehicle, drilling the bolts through the body to the dashboard support. The employee then applies decals that identify the product. He protects the motor and transmission with a rugged plastic bonnet. And he screws the adjustable seat to the tricycle's aluminum spine. The team curves the flexible solar panel to the top. They attach the windshield to the front using high-strength double-sided tape. The windshield is made of polycarbonate that's optically clear and shatterproof. After the installation, he peels off the protective liner. The next worker inserts the battery in its compartment. He clips it shut, and this Solar Assist Tricycle is ready for the road. With its egg-shaped cab, it's certainly unusual looking, And that's fitting because this hybrid vehicle is something entirely different.